All right, week 2. Welcome back. Hopefully last week, your first week of training went really well. If it didn't go well, go back and do it again, okay? Don't progress forward in this training until you feel really confident with the movements where they are currently, okay? 2 differences this week. Difference number 1, the body weight, the calisthenic movements that we incorporated last week. Hopefully we should see a couple of rounds of those in your warm-up. Still gonna be great skill development. We're gonna stick to rounds with the hammer for the next couple of weeks, okay? What we're gonna be manipulating is rep scheme, rest time, and total number of rounds, so bear that in mind. This week, we're dealing with the same movements that we did last week. I'm gonna give you a couple of little variations that you can start thinking about, but all in all, we're not anywhere close to being able to technically progressing forward, so just bear that in mind. This week, what we've got, swings. We're going to add an element to this. Last week we were doing multiple swings in a row. This week, I want you to stop and start every couple of reps just for the practice of starting and stopping with good form, okay? So what that means is I'm in my starting position. I might go into a couple of swings, 1, 2, then I'm going to just put the hammer down and start again, 1 and 2. Okay, so just adding a little start and stop is going to increase the complexity of that. The primary reason we're going to do that is most of us are going to, if you're going to get hurt doing a swing, you're probably going to get hurt picking the hammer down, or picking the hammer down, putting the hammer down on the last rep, or picking it up on the first rep. Once you get into a rhythm, it's a little bit easier to stick with that. Okay, we are back, back into the shoulder squat. Easy peas. With this difference, I want you to alternate shoulders this week. So I'm gonna pull it into the front, put it back on my other shoulder, and squat, okay? Pull it into the front, put it back on the other shoulder, and squat, okay? For the press, we're looking again at a 2 and 2 press. This time, I want you to add a little moment on top where we try and take off the second hand, stay stable, and then put it back up. Push press, dip and drive. I'm going to just flash the hand, okay? We're not looking to hang out a long time, then pull it back down. Dip drive, off and on, and pull it back down, okay? We're not changing anything about the pullover regression, so we're still going shoulder, back, shoulder, front. Again, trying to keep your hand position on the hammer the same, right? Shoulder to the back, shoulder, front, and then let's go the other way. Shoulder, back, shoulder, front. All right, and lastly, still on a single slam with a swing, we can start thinking a little bit about adding some intensity into the ground, but only if we're consistently like 9 reps out of 10 hitting the hammer flat. So I might start my training session just dropping the hammer, okay? And if it starts to feel really good, just add a little bit. Not much. Just feel what it's like to drive down into the ground, okay? Those are your movements for week 2. Check below me for rep counts and round stuff. And again, we've always got the warm-up video and the 5 essential movements in the bottom of this page. Enjoy your training, take lots of video. Remember, I don't care how many bad reps you can do, and you shouldn't either. See you next week.